Cruz!
Vance!
It's another episode of the highest rated male-female wrestling-related podcast on the internet.
I like that fucking, that sweatshirt you're wearing there, Vance.
Thank you. I'm representing the old man.
Who just had his birthday. Yeah.
Woo! He did. He's 70 years old now.
The big
I
7.
don't know if you noticed, there's like little Ric Flairs in there.
Oh,
little Ric Flairs.
Oh my God.
That?
That's hilarious.
You see that?
Yeah. That's
pretty
amazing.
dope. Pretty dope. WWE shop clearance section. What?
Wait. You got that from the WWE shop?
The official WWE shop, www.shop.com. Promo code going over.
Did they have any?
No, we don't have.
Did they have any Stone
type
Cold
it in like,
stuff?
oh man.
I want to get some.
Do they have what?
Vintage Stone Cold attire.
Hold on 1 second, Cruz. Let me just show you.
I like how he's disappeared for a minute. Took off for a second.
Boom!
Is that a fucking sweater?
Dude, it's a sweatshirt.
Oh!
Yeah. I'm like hooked on these vintage varsity looking sweatshirts. Dude, WWE shop. Forward promo code going
That
over.
Ric Flair one's pretty sweet. I like the color scheme going. The blue with the black with the yellow tie.
I like it. And then you get this thing on the back. It says Ric Flair.
Woo!
You see that?
Speaking of merch, Vance, did you see what
Do it with Flair?
Did you see what Ronda Rousey is selling on her own website? It's not being sold through the WWE shop. Just to be more specific here.
When you sent it to me, I thought it was like a knockoff weird website, but that's her official website.
No, this is sold and it's for a limited time only. It's specifically, it says so on there. So, just to bring the listeners and viewers up to speed, there's an incident that happened, last week. And then of course this week between Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair, and Becky Lynch. Okay. And we're going to get into it. Actually, I should have saved this because it happened this week, Vance. Should we just
dive in?
Should we just dive into it real quick?
Should we do the dive? A little bit of a dive.
Because real quick, honestly, let's talk about Monday Night Raw because my favorite thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, I'm going to skip the whole 3-hour-long show. I'm going to skip the first 2.5 hours and just fast forward to the end there.
Wow. Wait a minute. You cannot skip the first. You do know what happened.
All right, fine, Vance. Why don't you start and I'll finish?
Like, I don't know. How about the fact that the Shield is back?
All right, fine. I know that's your favorite part.
You don't want to cover that at all? We could skip it. Not important.
No.
I was gonna
Tarantino it and go backwards.
Oh, did I ruin your memento movement?
It's okay. I keep mementoing it, but we kind of, we should just give it a different name, like ADD mode.
ADHD for some of us. All right, so why don't we start at the end and work our way to the beginning then?
Well, because, I kind of opened it with her merch, so might as well just jump right into it. But,
okay.
So let's start with this, okay? Stephanie McMahon comes out. Well, not even comes out. It happened before this whole entire segment even started, right? Where Stephanie McMahon was being interviewed backstage and she made a comment about how oh yeah, we've decided that it's in the company's best interest to remove the suspension from Becky Lynch entirely, not press charges, all that shit. And if we remember what happened the week prior, Vance, in case there are people that are listening or watching that don't really watch every week, okay? Ronda Rousey, last week's Raw, laid the belt down after begging and pleading with Stephanie McMahon, just please reinstate Becky Lynch and put her in the match, right? No, it's not going to happen. So she laid the belt down. And then on SmackDown that followed, Charlotte Flair basically announced, I'm gonna go on Monday Night Raw and claim, what should belong to me anyways, right? So fast forward to this week's Raw, Stephanie McMahon.
Because that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. To be honest, let me just preface this whole thing right now, Vance, and just put it all out there. This entire storyline is so confusing now. Okay, well, let me finish.
Well, apparently, behind the scenes, this thing is a clusterfuck.
No, it's a total clusterfuck. I mean, even people that are like, whether you're a Becky Lynch fan or a Ronda fan or a Charlotte fan, everyone's just like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So
it doesn't even make sense that there's two SmackDown wrestlers fighting over the Raw title. Like it's a whole.
It's a whole.
They should have just made Becky versus Ronda.
It's just a whole clusterfuck, dude. And case in point, though, okay, when Ronda put the belt down, okay, let's just remember this real quick. She said, "Well, if you're not gonna do it, then I'm not gonna be your champ, right?" Okay, so fast forward to this week's Raw. Stephanie McMahon
abdicated the title.
Oh, so you know, Becky Lynch is now no longer suspended. Okay. So it's going to be Becky versus Charlotte for the Raw belt. But wait a minute. The sole reason why Ronda decided to just walk away to begin with is because you're not reinstating Becky. Okay, so now you're reinstating Becky, but you're not going to give the title to its rightful owner, you know? Like all this confusing shit. So then, of course, when this whole thing goes down between Stephanie, Becky, and Charlotte, out comes Ronda Rousey. Like, wait a minute, you know, like I'll fucking happily take my title back because exactly what we saw last week. All she wanted was for her to reinstate Becky Lynch.
Yep.
Yeah. So now Stephanie McMahon is just like, okay, so it's gonna be Charlotte versus Becky for the Raw title. What? What are you talking about? That doesn't make any fucking sense. You know what I mean? But the best part, Vance, about all of this, okay, is that Ronda's promo, dude. Okay, everyone wants to talk shit about her promo. Oh my fucking God. She was like, you know what? I'm tired of being a dancing monkey. And the merch that I'm talking about right now, okay, is exactly what she said in this promo. She said, screw the woo, damn the man, and no more Mrs. Nice Bitch. And she just beat the shit out of Becky. She beat the fuck out of Becky Lynch specifically so much and so hard that after Raw went off the air, WWE posted a video on their YouTube channel of the continuation of the fucking beatdown. And let me mention here a key thing, Vance, that in this beatdown, Becky Lynch didn't get any fucking solid hit backs at all. She didn't even fight back. It's like almost like she couldn't fight back. You know?
I am very excited to see where the hell this is going. Because it's kind of like this. It's imagine you are given a magic potion.
Okay.
And this magic potion is going to change your life for the better. And it's really, really good. And then you're like, you know what? This magic potion isn't good enough. So you start fucking with the magic potion. You start putting other shit in the potion. And now you drink this shit and you don't know what the fuck is going to happen to you. That's kind of like what's going on with the Raw Women's title. Like we had the perfect match set up. You had the perfect setup from Survivor Series all the way to WrestleMania. Becky Ronda, Becky Ronda, Becky Ronda. Now there's crutches involved. There's authority figures involved. There's fucking Charlotte Flair involved. It's classic WWE where they're like, we can take this thing that everybody wants and everybody needs and everybody thinks will be great. And how can we fuck this up? You know, and it kind of sucks because like that was one thing that I was really looking forward to was a headlining singles match with Becky and Ronda, and now we have this whole Charlotte Flair thing, and now they're fighting for the Raw title on Sunday. Like
it's just predictable in my opinion because everybody knew
that still happened. So now Becky's going to go in there as the champion.
Because listen, no. Here's the thing. Here's what happened. Basically, Stephanie McMahon said this is what's going to happen. Charlotte. So because okay, so I forgot this key part. So when Ronda came out and said, you know, I'll fucking take my title back, thank you very much, because you know the whole deal was you reinstate Becky and then. You know, I'm fine, right? So then Stephanie switched it around and said, okay, so instead of Becky and Charlotte at Fastlane fighting for the Raw title, if Becky wins, then she gets to be in the match. So making it a
At
triple threat
Mania.
match at Mania. If she loses, she's done for. And we already know what's going to happen. Everybody called it. Everybody knew already. Once Charlotte got
They
involved,
have to put her in the match.
it's going to be a fucking triple threat. We already knew that. But how they came about in making it happen was really fucking stupid in my opinion, though. You know what I mean? Like,
really weird roundabout way.
Really roundabout.
Really
but
weird.
I will say this, though. Ronda, heel Ronda Vance.
I like heel Ronda. So just like an hour ago before we went on the air, on her personal vlog, that's a video blog, Cruz. She has a personal vlog.
Really, Vance? Really?
And on Ronda's personal vlog, first of all, she's got a Randy Orton sweatshirt on. She's sitting there. There's this hairstylist with his legs wrapped around her doing her hair, and she's just talking shit. She's like, "Fuck Rebecca Quinn."
Wait. So she's not at a salon. She's not at a salon. She's just like hanging out.
No, she's like in her private home.
Okay.
But
go on.
This guy's sitting on the couch, like above her. Like if I had a couch behind me, he's sitting like above me with his little feet hanging off, and and he's doing her hair, and she's just bitching everybody out. Like, this is the Ronda we wanted. This is the Ronda
we've been waiting for.
Yeah. I mean, she beats the fuck out of people. Doesn't give a fuck about kids and fucking, oh, you want an action figure? I'll shove that action figure in your fucking eyeball. Like, she's just going out there and beating piss out of people. And I like heel Ronda. So now you get heel Ronda, heel Charlotte, and the underdog Becky Lynch, Rebecca Quinn.
Right. I think the whole thing is messy. I think the reason why I'm mostly pissed off, and now that I think about it, maybe we should have ended the conversation about Raw with this, because in SmackDown the following night, Becky Lynch showed up to SmackDown like almost unfazed by what happened the night before. It's almost like
unscathed.
I get it. SmackDown is separate from Raw, but you're intertwining these storylines, so they should probably make sense. It's just my opinion. You know,
I don't know.
That kind of bothered me a little
Raw,
bit.
SmackDown, fucking parallel universe thing. It's been happening since the Daniel Bryan Brie Bella thing.
Oh God, I know. Remember when?
It's almost like they're two different people on Raw and SmackDown.
No, I know. It's fucking ridiculous.
But listen, going back, now we're going backwards on Raw.
Yeah.
To the man that I'm wearing, Richard Fleur.
Richard Fleur.
Can we talk about Richard Fleur for a second, Cruz?
If you're going to keep saying Richard Fleur, yes, please.
That promo, Triple H is a great promo. Don't get me wrong. Triple H is an amazing promo.
Yeah.
I really, 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 really like this promo. He even brought up his dead son. He was like, listen, Ric Flair was at my wedding. I tried to be at most of his. And but I did help him bury his son. Like, it was a fucking deep promo.
It was super yeah.
I didn't really get the fact that it was necessary for Batista. Like, what did you think?
What do you mean? Like the video that Batista? What are you talking about?
Like, did you think that like that deep of a promo was necessary?
Yeah. I feel like it was a little like, okay, like you said, Triple H is great on the mic, right? Great on the mic. Right. There's no question on that. But I did feel like it was a little like, Jesus Christ.
A little over the top.
It's kind of heavy. It was like, I think heavy is the word to describe it, right? Like, it was a little too heavy. Especially the way he kept mentioning Richard Fleur. It's not like the guy, okay, let me explain it this way. It was almost like his promo the way he was doing his promo was almost like Ric Flair was in the hospital, like on life support or something. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, dude.
And Ric Flair tweeted the night of, he was like, Batista, you better watch your back, man. Thanks for all the birthday wishes, everybody. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? But also, you know what it was with this whole promo? It's just like, he didn't mention Evolution. He didn't mention the fact that he was partners with this guy and Ric Flair for a very long time, which was kind of odd to me. Like, that they didn't bring that up, and that they just made it look like Triple H was Ric Flair's friend.
Especially because, the last time we had seen Batista was at the 1000th episode and the reunion of Evolution on SmackDown. So... Yeah, remember that? That was the last time we saw him, and then it kind of they
Yep.
left it open ended, and then now, oh, okay, this is a continuation of that almost. But yeah, he didn't mention any of that shit. Literally, it honestly, if I didn't know any better, watching that promo from Triple H, it's like, oh my god, is Richard Flair okay? Is he dying? Is he in the hospital? What
What's going on
happened?
with this Flair?
Like, what's going on with this Richard Flair guy? Like, it was like super. I don't know. It was very heavy. I think it was a little,
I agree.
maybe tone it
Hey,
down a
Cruz,
couple notches,
speaking of heavy,
Okay,
let's just go
one.
heavier, like cancer. Let's talk about Roman
Okay.
Reigns. Let's go to Roman Reigns for a second here.
All right.
So Roman calls out Seth, right?
Mhm.
We think this might lead to Roman being like, I want the next shot. Because you gotta remember, Roman never lost the title. He gave the title up because of cancer.
Right, exactly.
So he calls out Seth. And instead of saying, I want the first crack after you beat the beast, he goes, good luck, but I do have a request for you. And he goes, I want to get the band together one last time. And Seth is like, oh, no, not again. No, we can't do that. Anything but that. And it's like,
How many times has the Shield broken up and gotten back? Okay, anyways.
well, like, I mean, Ambrose is leaving, right?
Right, of course. Yes.
You think he's leaving?
I think he's leaving.
I think he's leaving.
I think he's leaving.
So, I mean, it makes sense to have this one last money grab for WWE, and more importantly, for this one last run for these guys. I mean, these guys are all obviously future Hall of Famers.
And then, of course,
they're all Grand Slam
and then let Ambrose leave on a good note. Not remembering him as fucking Ambrose
jobbing out to fucking Elias,
like as Bane.
Oh God, Bane Ambrose was so bad. So what happens is later in the evening, they call out Dean. Dean doesn't call him, obviously. And then later in the evening, it's Dean versus Elias. And Elias pins Dean clean. You saw that, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The Dean farewell tour continues of just fucking being buried. And then he gets beat down by Lashley and Corbin. And who's the other guy?
McIntyre.
Lashley,
Drew McIntyre.
McIntyre. And they're beating the piss out of him. Shield comes out. Roman and Seth come out. Then fucking, they're all holding their fists out. Seth won't look back. He won't look back to see Dean. He's just like, come on. Come on. Come on.
Well, you're forgetting one key part of the story, though. Remember, Ambrose walked away at first.
Yeah.
He walked away at first. And then when McIntyre and Lashley came out and Corbin, because Corbin was talking shit, like, whatever. Then Ambrose came to the aid and started fighting back. But then, as you were saying, Seth was like, come on, Dean. Come on.
And Dean, it's like he's just holding his hand, and they put it in, and they got the pop, and the Shield is back, and now they're fighting at Fastlane.
Yep. It's going to be
so we'll go over the predictions.
Yes, we will. Mm-hmm. So just to be clear, it's going to be the Shield versus Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley.
Bobby the Ass Lashley.
Oh, God. I'm surprised his name isn't Lashley with an A-S.
Oh, that's pretty good. Bobby Lashley. That's pretty good. We also got a great Ricochet, Aleister Black performance again.
Yeah.
Taking on the Revival.
Dude, so you know how they've been kind of nonstop winning on the main roster, right?
Mm-hmm.
They started off with, I guess Aleister started off with singles matches, and then all of a sudden him and Ricochet just kind of became tag team, I guess.
Or as we like to call it, Blackochet.
Black. That's a new one. That's a new one, Vance. Because what was the first one? It was Rick Black or something. Rico Black.
Rico Black.
What was this other one that you just said?
Blackochet.
Blackochet. I like that actually.
Blackochet.
I think I like.
Oh, Blackochet. Right? That's a song.
Yeah, Blackochet. Darling Blackochet. Thank you, Ricochet. No, okay, anyways. No, but
so we got them against the Revival, and then Bobby Roode and his little friend there, Clark Gable, come out. What's his name?
Chad
Bobby Roode.
Gable. Chad Gable.
Chad Gable. Not is he related to Clark?
No!
He's not? Okay. I mean, how
It's
many
probably
Gables
not.
are there?
It's probably not even his real name, dude.
It's probably not. You're right.
Probably just his
So,
in-ring name.
little Gable and Rude come out, and they played the heels. You notice that they broke up the match.
Yeah!
They
Like,
attacked the faces.
what's happening there, Vance?
I mean, I hope Bobby Roode goes heel. Bobby Roode's so much better
Well,
as a
no,
heel
we've
than
talked
this
about this
fucking
before.
jovial Bobby Roode.
Yeah, no, I like heel Bobby Roode much better. So,
But now there's a triple threat match at WWE Roadblock.
yeah, so it's gonna be Roadblock.
Oh no, it's Fastlane.
That's what it
Roadblock
should
was
be.
such a better name.
That's what it should be called, though. Roadblock.
That's what it
WWE
used to
Roadblock.
be. Then they fucking got obsessed with this NASCAR culture.
Fastlane.
Like, man,
They even use the fucking cars like it's like a nat. Anyways, so it's gonna be a triple threat match. It's gonna be the Glorious Ones versus the Revival versus Blackachet. We're just gonna go with that. Blackachet.
I like Blackachet.
Blackachet. Yes.
Yes, that's pretty much covers Raw, right?
Yeah, so let's get into SmackDown because you want to talk about who's good on the mic, Vance. Who else is good on the mic? Almost forgot how good this motherfucker is on the mic. KO, dude. Kevin Owens.
Dude, he's so good.
He's so good on the
Kevin
mic.
Owens.
Like, now, since he's been back and that promo on SmackDown this week, I was like, fuck, I almost forgot how good he is.
Is he a good guy?
That's the confusing part, Vance, because I like heel Kevin Owens, and I'm just so confused. And then he's also
He didn't make fun of the city.
And he's also doing this whole Stone Cold thing, too, though. Like, did you notice last week on SmackDown?
Dude, the stunners.
He fucking did a stunner, and then this fucking show, he did a stunner. Okay, I didn't mention this on last week's episode. Completely fucking, maybe I did, and I don't remember. But I was kind of sick last week. But I'll just say it now. When Kevin Owens pulled that fucking stunner last week, when he was a tag team with when he's a tag partner, excuse me, with Kofi, and he pulled that stunner. Literally, this was my reaction in my seat when I was watching. I was like, I had a delayed reaction because I literally was like, and then I looked over at my dude and I was like, because my dude's a hardcore like Stone Cold fan. That's his favorite wrestler, right?
Big Stone Cold guy.
And he doesn't know too much about Kevin Owens, right? So when he saw him do that and didn't see that I reacted, I had a delayed reaction. He jumped up right away and was like, and looked at me, and it took me a minute to process. I had to process it, dude. I literally sat there and I was like, and I literally did a Stewie Griffin where I turned my head and I was like, did you just see what he did?
Well, he's done the springboard stunner before.
Yeah, but I mean,
a few times.
But he's kind of
never just kicked the stunner.
But he's also just kind of like keeping it going though. Like he made that comment with that promo, he's all like, yeah, because that's the bottom line, wink, wink, or whatever the fuck he was saying. What was it that he said? He said, because I said so or something. I can't remember what he said, but because I said so, wink, wink.
Because KO said so.
Because KO said so, wink, wink. And you're like, what the fuck is happening? Like,
do you think Stone Cold's going to come back?
I don't know, Vance. I think KO.
I think
KO's just a Stone Cold mark. That's all it is, Vance.
I like face Kevin Owens. He looks better too. He doesn't have those fucking kick pads or anything anymore, which is good.
No, he looks better. I mean, he still has a dad bod going, but he still looks better.
He's all tatted up and shit.
Yeah.
I'm actually really looking forward to this match.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get into our predictions in a bit, but yeah, that's gonna be pretty fucking crazy. KO's return.
Also on SmackDown, R-Truth came out, cursed the sky towards John Cena. Did you see that?
Dude!
Damn you, John Cena! Damn.
Man! You know what, Vance? I told you that he kind of won me over with that shit last week, right?
He's funny as fuck.
Remember funny as fuck.
Up Gold Dust?
Oh my god.
They were black and gold. They were
my god. Did you know? Did you know that R-Truth used to be a felon?
It was a joke.
No, I'm being serious.
What did he do?
I read an article where he was like, "Yeah, that was my past," and then I found, like I'll have to find it and send it to you. But
I know Booker T had some fucking felonies, but I didn't know R-Truth did.
yeah,
Ron Killings,
Ron Killings. That
good old
name
RK.
alone. I'm just kidding. Don't go there, Vance, with the RK.
But anyways, he
No,
calls out. He's like, I'll take on anybody. I'm John Cena. And who comes out to answer the call? Andrade Cien. Oh no, he's not Andrade Cien almost anymore.
he's just
He's just
Andrade.
Andrade.
Mhm.
And Rey Mysterio.
And
No,
I'm
wait, was this
like,
last week?
it's like, no, dude, because when that
They did
happened,
it
I
again
was
this
like,
week, right?
this is the same shit that we saw last week. What the fuck is happening?
Yep.
But then you hear that music come on, and you're like, oh my god, it's Samoa Joe.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I forget how it goes.
But
But it sounds like Godzilla in the beginning.
yeah, it does.
Dun, 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 dun. Dude, he's got that strut with that fucking towel. Like he just got out of the shower,
No,
coming down the ring.
he always fucking comes out with that fucking towel. I wonder
And
if
he's
they
got
have
those
Samoa
same red
Joe.
pants.
Do you think they have Samoa Joe figurines where it has a towel?
Has to have a towel.
If it doesn't have a towel, then
Wouldn't
it's
even
like,
recognize the guy unless he
is
had
it
a towel.
even Samoa Joe?
But Samoa Joey fucking is now your new United States champion.
How do you feel about that?
And he had a great promo after. Did you watch his promo after?
Yes, I did.
He's fucking intense. He's like, everybody's on blast. This isn't about fucking defending my title. This is about just beating the shit out of people. Like, he's so good. He's so good. I'm excited to see who he feuds with for
That's
that
his
US
first
title.
his first fucking title on the main
His
roster.
first main roster title.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Don't know how I
That's
feel about
true.
that yet. No, I'm just kidding.
So Samoa Joey. Who do you think his first feud will be with?
Oh God, man, that's a good question because the last run that he had was just kind of. Remember when he was feuding with AJ Styles? Jesus Christ,
That was great. He should have won the belt during that.
he fucking went to AJ Styles' family's house.
Wendy.
It's so creepy.
Daddy's home, Wendy.
So creepy. That was the best though. Daddy's home.
He's so good.
Daddy's home.
AJ,
So
you're always on the road. Well, I'm at your house.
oh my God. I don't know. Who would you want to see Samoa Joe feud with next?
Now that fucking DIY isn't going to be around, what if we had Johnny Gargano as a singles competitor on SmackDown?
Johnny Gargano and Samoa Joe.
Johnny Wrestling and Samoa Joey. I would also like to see, maybe, I don't know. What the fuck is Sanity doing? What's Eric Young up to?
What's everybody up to? We haven't even seen AJ Styles. Have you noticed that? We haven't even seen AJ.
Dude,
How
can I tell you
pop
something? Okay, I know we're jumping ahead, but like I was really, really impressed with NXT this week. They had 4 fucking tag team matches, full-length tag team matches on that show within an hour. And fucking SmackDown, like there's 3 tag teams and they can't keep track of them.
No.
Like this whole Miz and Shane McMahon thing needs to end.
No, that needs to end. I'm so sick and fucking tired. Every time that comes on, that's my bathroom break, Vance. Like, all right.
Yeah.
Bathroom break. Bathroom break. Oh, speaking of comebacks, though. Not really comeback, but you know what I'm saying?
Bathroom breaks.
No. Okay, so what ended up happening on SmackDown after KO came out and started talking, right? It was him versus Rowan. Remember? Pulled
Fucking
another
Rowan.
stunner.
Rowan looks like he works in a record store in Seattle.
I just like it when fucking KO looked up at him. He's like, "What do you want, Redwood?"
Redwood.
Called him Redwood.
It was so good.
No,
with that
but
weird Canadian accent.
He fucking pulled another stunner. Okay, again. And then who comes out, Vance? Who fucking comes out? Mustafa Ali.
Your buddy.
Who? Mustafa? Mustafa's my buddy?
Mustafa, because he's a former police officer.
The fuck? Why does that make him my my buddy? He's a former police officer, really? Are you fucking with
Yeah,
me?
yeah. I think. Wait. Yeah, it's him. Mustafa Ali's a former cop, Chicago cop.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I can't believe he's back. I'm excited because Mustafa
Yeah.
Ali is like. I would love, dude. Kofi, Mustafa Ali, and Daniel Bryan for the title at WrestleMania. Let's keep this triple threat train going.
Ooh. Man, I can't wait to get
We
into
already
the
have every
Fastlane
other title
predictions
in a fucking
'cause
triple threat.
oh, yeah, seriously, seriously.
Let's throw Roman into the Brock Lesnar Seth fight.
Oh, boy. Oh,
Let's just keep
boy.
triple threats.
Oh, boy.
Hashtag triple threat.
Hashtag triple threat. So do you think that something's gonna happen at WrestleMania when Seth fights Brock? Do you think that like the Shield is gonna come out and like help him?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think the Shield will come out, and that'll be the reason that we have Seth as a champion. They'll do the fist bump one last time. Dean Ambrose leaves the company, and they reunite 5 years later.
Fine.
They're in the third. I mean, they're only like 33, 32.
They're young. They're all young. I think Roman is
So,
younger
I
than
mean,
me because I remember when he said, "Oh, I've
Roman's
been battling."
33. Talked about it on the documentary. Did you watch the documentary?
No, not yet, not yet, not
The
yet, not yet.
Chronicle?
Yeah, so I'm older
It's
than Roman Reigns. I'm
fucking
older
dude,
than
I am
Roman
a
Reigns, Vance.
dude. We're Dean Ambrose's age.
Seriously? Hmm,
Yeah, he's 34.
interesting. Interesting. Okay, so how they closed down SmackDown. I mentioned this earlier, Vance, about how the confusing storylines. It was even more confusing.
Wait,
Uh,
wait. Can we talk about the match I'm looking forward to on Sunday?
what?
Mandy and Asuka. Cruz, your excitement is overwhelming.
Asuka, they're fucking ruining her, dude. Okay? It makes me so fucking mad. I like Asuka. And you know what's fucked up is that no matter how many times you tell a diehard Becky Lynch fan, oh yeah, you know that Asuka made her tap, right? No one gives a fuck. No one gives a
That didn't happen.
flying fuck. They pretend like it didn't happen, whatever. And speaking of Becky Lynch, which is my next fucking bone to pick on this whole fucking thing. The night previous, we just saw Becky Lynch get the shit beat out of her to where she didn't defend herself whatsoever. Okay.
She was a one-legged woman at an ass-kicking contest, and
The
she lost that contest.
Exactly. So how's she gonna show up? Not only show up to SmackDown like as if nothing happened, right? But was strong enough to beat up Charlotte and put her in a fucking disarm her, dude, on a bum knee.
Well, here's the thing, Cruz. What happens on Raw apparently doesn't exist in the world of SmackDown.
That's my point. It's
Nothing
fucking
really
stupid.
carries over.
It's fucking
This whole
stupid.
fucking thing has been convoluted and stupid for a while now. So we just got to ride this wave. I think that they can turn the ship around. Let's see what happens on Sunday with this match with Becky. Obviously, Ronda's going to get involved in some way.
Well, I mean, we
right?
got bad bitch fucking Ronda now. I'm sure she'll fucking do something.
Or her hairdresser. You got to watch that video.
I kind of want to go.
Thing.
I want to go look it up now. I'm gonna.
This guy's just doing her hair, and she's bitching it for like 5 minutes.
That's amazing.
It's pretty good.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Pretty good.
Pretty
so
good.
those were the go-home shows for WWE Fastlane. Cruz, do you want to pull up the WWE Fastlane card so we can do our WWE Fastlane predictions for this Sunday's WWE Fastlane?
All right, Vance. So
WWE Fastlane.
So you want to know what the kickoff show is, Vance?
Yes, I would.
It's going to be Rey Mysterio versus Andrade.
Ooh. Okay, I will watch the kickoff show now. My prediction is Andrade.
Same.
You're going with Andrade?
I'm going with Andrade because Zelina Vega is probably going to cause some fuckery.
Let's do our own prediction. What color do you think Zelina Vega will be wearing?
Ooh, that's a good one. Black.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I think she's going to wear green.
Why do you think she's going to wear green? Oh!
for St. Patrick's Day and Mexico. And Fastlane, green means go, which is when you can go fast.
That's very interesting, Vance. Very
Thank
interesting.
you.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
came up with that.
Okay. Okay.
So you think
Follow.
black, I think green.
Yep. I'm still gonna go with black, but that's a good. That's a good observation there, Vance. Then we have the Raw Tag Team Championship with the current champs, the Revival.
Wait, this is the kickoff show?
No, this is after the kickoff show.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So we have the Revival, who are the current champs, versus Aleister
Yep.
Black and Ricochet, who we are now going to dub Blackochet.
Black O'Shea. Yep.
Versus Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. It's going to be a triple threat tag match for the Raw title. Tag title, excuse me.
Well, I'll tell you who's going to eat the pin.
Who's
Clark
going
Gable.
to
Clark Gable. Little
Who's
Gable. He's got to.
He's the little. Well, no, it's between him and Ricochet, but I don't think they're gonna let Ricochet eat the pin. No fucking way.
I don't think that Aleister Black and Ricochet are going to perform the pin or be pinned. I think that they're protecting these fuckers. I don't think they're gonna they can't put the fucking titles on them. That'd be insane.
If they did that, I don't know. That'd be a wild move. So I'm gonna go with the Revival retaining.
I agree. I agree. We're in agreement so far.
Yep. Following that is the Women's Tag Team Championship. Boston Hug Connection, current champs, Sasha Banks and Bayley, versus Nia Jax and Tamina.
Boston Hug.
Yeah, Boston Hug. I think they're going to retain. They're definitely going to retain.
Yeah, they have to. There's no way they're dropping those belts until WrestleMania.
A lot of tag.
They might hold them for a while.
I feel like because they've only had one. They only just won it, so I think it makes sense for them to like. I mean, they showed up on NXT. Remember last week?
I love that they showed up on NXT.
So yeah, because it's going to be going around all the brands. So it makes sense. I feel like they should hang on to those titles for a while.
Plus,
Very
I
deserving.
can't stand Nia Jax and Tamina. Either one of them. Did you watch?
Same.
Okay, I know we're going off topic here. Did you watch Nia Jax interview Captain Marvel?
Wait, what?
You know Captain Marvel?
I know who Captain Marvel is. Brie Larson?
Allison Brie?
No, Brie Larson.
Brie Larson, whoever. She's interviewed by Nia Jax.
For what? And where?
It was on. I gotta stop looking at the WWE Instagram fucking every 3 minutes. It was on the WWE Instagram, and she's interviewing her, and it's just like, just fucking terrible. Nia Jax is just terrible. She's got none of the charisma of The Rock. She's got, I don't know. She's just not good.
How did I miss? I always see all the stuff that WWE posts, and I miss that. So
you need to watch. You got some YouTubing to do after. You got to find the Ronda Rousey thing. Getting touched by her hairdresser.
I will definitely fucking find that video.
I'll send you the links to all those.
There's a lot of tag matches happening on Sunday, Vance, because the next one is SmackDown Tag Team Championship with the current champs, the Usos, versus McMiz. Mac and Miz. Miz and Mac. Mac and Miz.
I like McMiz.
I like McMiz better.
Miz Man.
So, do you think that the Usos are going to retain?
I think that McMiz will win, and it's going to lead to this WrestleMania breakup where they fight at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah, I know we keep going back to that.
I feel like they're going to put the belt
plausible to me. Because why the fuck would they let McMiz hold the titles when McMahon isn't, a fucking, like on the roster of wrestling? Like, I don't know.
It's just, I don't know. I just hope that they get the SmackDown tag title scene back into fucking normal people. Like, you got fucking Sanity. You got now Blackochet. You got fucking the Usos. You got the New Day.
The Bar.
You got the Bar. The Bash Brothers.
The Bar.
Like fucking, I don't know. But yeah, I think McMiz are going to win that fucking match.
But you think McMiz is going to win that match?
I think they're going to win the titles. Then there's going to be some weird storyline between now and WrestleMania where they fight.
See, I think what's going to happen is the Usos are going to retain, or something's going to happen to where McMiz loses, and something happens where one of the other, probably the Miz, fucking up somehow, and then either pissing off Shane McMahon or vice versa, and then that turning into something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
mean, I'm
Don't
not
look
really
at
too
me.
heavily invested in that storyline.
Neither am I. I told you. That's the bathroom break. You know?
Yeah, that's like not even top 5 storylines I have in my head.
No, 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 no. So then we have SmackDown Women's Championship between the current champ, Asuka, who's been MIA. Asuka, where are you? We haven't seen you. You showed up briefly on SmackDown for no fucking reason. Except to just, be angry. Versus Mandy
Well,
Rose.
she was
What?
injured over the weekend.
Was she? Wait. Asuka?
Yeah, something happened where they thought she landed on her neck, but apparently she landed on her back. But they're still checking her out. So I don't think she was cleared for SmackDown. I think that's why.
Actually, I think I heard something similar. Maybe,
Yeah.
possibly.
It was on the Twitter.
Well, I'm gonna be really fucking pissed if Asuka doesn't retain. That's all I'm saying.
So who's your prediction?
Who do you?
Prediction? Chris?
Asuka, obviously.
Well, I'm gonna go with the American Dream, Mandy Rose, because I think that it's time to get Mandy a title. I think there's a lot of options for her to feud with people. I think Asuka is just a little too unstoppable. So I think that Mandy's going to be.
If she's so unstoppable, why the fuck is she being stopped?
She's being stopped by Mandy because I think Sonya Deville will cause some fuckery. But my pick is Mandy.
Well, my pick is Asuka, and I'm sticking with that. Then we got the Shield versus Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, and Bobby Lashley.
Obviously, the Shield. Obviously,
I feel like if they're gonna make the Shield become a faction once again, stable, if you will,
farewell tour.
I really feel like they wouldn't let them lose at a pay-per-view. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Shield as well.
The guy came back from cancer. He's not gonna lose his first match back. There's no fucking way. I beat leukemia, but I can't beat Baron Corbin.
I hate Baron Corbin
Get
so
the
much.
fuck out of here.
I hate him so much.
He's so terrible.
Then we have Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. My prediction, of course, is Becky, because we all know what's gonna happen.
You think that will be the main event?
Do I think that the triple threat match between Charlotte, Becky, and Ronda are going to be the main event in?
No. At Fastlane, you think Becky and Ronda will be the last match?
Oh, at Fastlane?
Not Becky and Ronda. Becky and Charlotte.
Well, if it isn't Becky and Charlotte, it's probably going to be Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship, don't you think?
It should be Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens.
And I think it's going to be Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens. I don't give a fuck. Okay, to be honest with you, Vance, I'm noticing something. Probably going to get a lot of hate or heat, if you will, from some fucking
bring that heat, Cruz.
People.
Nuclear heat. X-Pac heat.
I feel like Becky Lynch, not tremendously cooling down, but not really much of a pop lately.
Are you fucking high?
I'm not high, dude. I feel like
I am, and I know for a fact that Becky Lynch gets the best pop in the company.
No, she gets a pop. Okay, let me rephrase. She does get a pop, but I feel like the crowd isn't as fucking wild as they used to be. Does that make any sense? Like, it's kind of like toned down a little bit, I feel like. At least on this past week.
I disagree. I disagree completely.
Yeah. No, I totally feel like she's kind of cooling down a little bit. Not tremendously. I'm not saying tremendously. I think there's a slight cool down going on there, dude. And as much as the fans want Becky Lynch, I don't think that Becky versus Charlotte's going to be the main event at Fastlane. I think it's going to be Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship.
Yeah. I mean, it's a WWE Championship too. Like, that's not even a fucking title match, Becky versus Charlotte.
So I feel like, see here, this is where I'm kind of at a loss. Like, I can't figure out what my prediction's going to be, because on one hand, I feel like the Planet's champion's going to retain. right? Like he's gonna hang on to that thing for a while, probably until WrestleMania. You know what I mean?
Right.
But on the other hand, you bring back KO out of nowhere. I mean, not really out of nowhere because they've been kind of showing little home movies that he's been sending in, whatever, kind of hinting.
His little fucking his flip cam.
His little flip cam, little vlog, if you will.
His vlog, dude. He's vlogging.
So I don't know. I'm torn because are you gonna have KO come back and then lose at a main event on Fastlane on a pay-per-view, or some kind of fuckery gonna happen to where KO's about to win and then Rowan does something, or I don't know. Like, I don't know. What's your prediction on this fucking match, Vance?
It's a tough one because I'm trying to think of what I think the WWE Championship match will be at WrestleMania. And do I see Kevin Owens in WrestleMania's match? Now that Mustafa Ali has shown up, I think we might get a fatal four-way for the championship at WrestleMania with Kofi, KO, Daniel Bryan, and Mustafa Ali. And that's why I think that they could put the title on Kevin Owens.
So
also,
you think, okay.
We got Rowan at ringside for Daniel Bryan. What if, I mean, Sami Zayn is now cleared, they're saying. Sami Zayn is going to be back any day now.
I know we're going to be going into the news in a minute, but go on.
So we could see Sami Zayn perhaps get involved to be an equalizer against Rowan. But I think that we might be going into KO Mania season.
Damn.
What do you think?
Sounds plausible to me. That's why like I said, I already explained to you. I'm really torn because I like I said, on one hand, I feel like Daniel Bryan's going to hang on to that title until WrestleMania, but then on the other hand, I'm like, you got KO back. You know, whether
I feel
or
like
not
this character Daniel Bryan's in right now, it doesn't need a title.
That's true. That's very true.
I think KO kind of would be, because he's a prize fighter. That's like his whole gimmick. And I think that he would be more beneficial to have the title.
Yeah.
And he can do the KO Mania thing.
Yeah. Shit.
I think Daniel Bryan's just such a dick. It's perfect.
So what's your prediction? Are you going to go with KO?
I'm going KO.
I'm going to go with KO. I'd like to see KO win. I think that'd be great. But we're not talking about wants here. We're talking about predictions. So I think that DB is going to retain.
You think the Planet's champion?
I think the Planet's champion is going to retain.
By the way, the WWE shop still does not have the sustainable title replica.
Motherfuckers! I would buy that shit, Vance. I've been looking every day. Someone out there, someone with a fucking wood shop or something, you'd think would have like made the replica already by now.
Oh my God, Cruz! I know this is completely off topic, but you just reminded me. Did you watch the Flat Earth documentary? Did you watch this thing? And AJ Styles is in it.
Why is AJ Styles in the Flat Earth?
AJ's a flat earther.
No.
Yes. He's from Greenville, North Carolina or some shit. So
no.
Dude, he's a flat earther. They show him. They show a clip.
Okay, you gotta send me that clip so I can watch it. That video.
Yeah. You gotta watch the documentary. It's fucking hilarious. There's this little woodworking guy who makes flat earth models. That's why I thought of it. I was like, oh my God, Daniel Bryan was a flat earther too. Like, that would just fucking be the best gimmick.
Oh my God. Oh my
God. All right. So that's our predictions for Fastlane. Let's go over the news, or should we go over the Going Over universe first?
I think we should end with the Going Over universe because we have an announcement to make. Okay. So I think we should it's time, Vance.
And now the news. Cruz, a lot of news. Cruz news. A lot of news in the Cruz this week. First of all, they announced where WrestleMania 36 will be taking place. It'll be live from Tampa. It is a pirate theme. This is the logo. It is a pirate flag. Also featured heavily in the WrestleMania 36 news conference was the one, the only, America's favorite racist, Hulk Hogan.
Shut the fuck up. Is this for real?
Yep, this is all real. What are your thoughts on this?
Pirate themed, Vance? Pirate theme.
If Kyrie Sane doesn't come down in a goddamn pirate ship,
I was
and they
just
have that
gonna say
fucking
that.
logo.
I was just gonna say if Kyrie Sane isn't on the main roster by then. Oh my god. Wait, so this is for real, for real. So they're gonna have WrestleMania 36 in
It's real,
Tampa.
WrestleMania 36.
Tampa, Florida. Wow. Okay.
Yep.
Florida.
In other news, there is also Jim Ross. You may know him as good old JR. You may remember him from the Attitude Era. He wore a cowboy hat. By God. By God. That's Jim Ross.
Of course.
He is leaving the WWE.
Wait a second. Really?
Which could mean Jim Ross has been heavily rumored to be affiliated with American Elite Wrestling. No, All Elite Wrestling. So we may be seeing good old JR in the AE dubs.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Also, there's been an update on the Rocky Mountain Monster, Lars Sullivan.
Ew, the guy who's been MIA this whole time.
Yes, he is recuperating still. WWE is very high on him still. However, they are not sure if he is going to make WrestleMania season.
Damn.
And in behind the scenes news, WWE Creative has just recruited Hall of Famer and the man who ruined TNA and WCW, Jeff Double J Jarrett. Cruz, how do you feel about Double J booking shit for you?
That's a good question, Vance. Jeff Double J.
Double J. He is now a part of the creative team. They didn't say his exact title.
But he's
however,
part
the
of
exact title.
He's gonna be part of the creative process, though. So I'm wondering, is that supposed to be a good thing or a bad thing?
I mean, he did book himself to win multiple championships in TNA.
So, but he's not wrestling, right? He's just part of creative.
Nope, he just has been taken on as he's working as a producer.
Well, I had to ask because remember he kind of had that brief stint, like Royal Rumble, he showed up.
Right.
And then the Monday Night Raw that followed, he was also, and then
with
you're
Elias.
like, what's happening with Double J here? And then, okay, so he's strictly, just to verify here, or clarify, excuse me, he's only going to be on the production side of things, right?
Right. Well, it's interesting too because they let go of Arn Anderson as a producer.
Wow.
They brought in Double J. They got Bruce Pritchard now back in creative.
That's right.
So Vince is really building this knowledgeable team of old people.
And I feel like with Bruce Pritchard being back specifically, I feel like that's all for the better because especially with the way things have been going. I mean,
he's very old school. You listen to his podcast, right?
No, I have not. But
okay.
I should though. That's what's his fucking podcast?
Something to wrestle with.
Something to wrestle with. I was gonna say something to wrestle about. Something to wrestle with. Something to wrestle about. Okay, anyways. No, but I mean, I feel like we've been complained so much about the writing, Vance. Like all the shit that's been happening.
We don't really complain about the writing.
I mean, we don't, but we've made. Okay, let me rephrase. We don't complain, but we've pointed out some of the.
We pointed out the difficulties they have in creativity.
Well, remember what you said a couple weeks ago, Vance, about the episode of South Park where they take the manatees and they kind of,
Yes.
yeah. So, so if they've got better people on the production side of things and creative, no more manatees, I guess,
More
right?
options for the manatees, at least.
Or more options for the manatees? More crystals? What do you call those things? Balls?
Balls,
That
more
fucking
balls for the
yeah,
manatees have more balls.
yeah. More balls,
And
more balls.
you know what's a scary thing, Cruz, is when a manatee has too many balls.
Uh if a
'Cause
manatee
then you
has
get
too many balls,
pregnant.
oh, I was gonna say might have to go see a doctor, a vet. Would a manatee have to go see a vet because it's an
Well, yeah, I mean,
animal?
you're not gonna go to a fucking human doctor for a manatee. Because as a man in it, you think you take it to a human doctor?
No, of course not, Vance. Of course not. Of course not. Move along with the news, Vance. Move along
All
with
right.
the news.
And finally, on a sad note,
Oh
uh,
no.
a wrestler who was on Married with Children, he's been around forever, he's a legend. King Kong Bundy has passed away.
Yeah, may he rest in peace.
Yep.
Damn. I feel like Vance, I'm not trying to be morbid or I'm not trying to be funny by any means, but it feels like someone in the wrestling world, and the reason why I say someone, not necessarily a wrestler, because we had Mean Gene just died recently as well, but feels
Mhm.
like people within the wrestling industry just keep dying every month or so. Have you noticed
Dude, that's the curse of sports entertainment.
that?
You know, you live fast, you die young,
Or you just get
unfortunately.
old.
Well, I mean, you
Well,
do enough
King,
steroids,
well, King,
cocaine,
King
and
Kong Bundy,
fucking
King Kong Bundy wasn't
pills.
that old. He was 61.
Yeah, he was 61.
So
But I mean, that's old for a wrestler, unfortunately.
yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
mean,
I
look at
mean, your
Macho
body,
Man, look at
when you
Chris
think about it,
Benoit.
when you think about it, their bodies do go through so fucking much. I'm sure that
Dude,
health
you're beating the shit out of yourself.
complications, health wise and such.
Oh,
Like,
we have another shocking bit of news.
oh God, what?
Uh, Tommaso Ciampa is going in for surgery. He actually went in for surgery today. Uh, it's the same surgery that Edge,
Oh,
Stone Cold, Paige, starting to see a theme here.
oh
They've all
no.
had this surgery, so it's fucking neck surgery, something you don't fuck around with.
You can't fuck around
Um,
with that shit. Mm-mm.
so we wish Champa the best because I mean he's one of my favorites,
What do you think is going to
and it
happen
just
with the title?
sucks, dude. I have no idea what they're
Because
gonna do
he's
because
got
they
with a
take
neck
like four
surgery,
shows at
Vance.
a time.
So with a neck surgery, like you have to you got to be out for a while, and he
Oh,
was
he can't
just
do it. He's
out,
gonna be out for 6 to 14 months. They were saying
and he was already gone on another injury for
on
forever too. Remember that?
the knee injury. Dude, it's
So
amazing. This guy 4 years ago was I thought he was gonna be like a tag team guy. I never thought he'd be who he was, and it's really, really unbelievable what he did, and the thing that sucks is this week on NXT, DIY, uh, beat fucking the Undisputed Era to move on to the Dusty Classic.
that's
So, I don't know
insane.
how they're gonna handle that either.
That's insane.
Yeah,
Maybe Adam
sucks.
Cole will take the title.
I would love for Adam Cole to take the title.
Yeah. Damn, dude. Damn.
Well, Cruz, we went to the Going Over universe. We asked the Going Over universe some stuff, didn't we?
We sure did, Vance. Okay, so we asked you
And the
guys,
people have spoken.
and the people have spoken. So, of course, we put up a poll up on social media where I asked you guys, the Going Over universe, what match are you most looking forward to at Fastlane on Sunday? And I gave 4 options in the poll. The first
Mhm.
one being Bryan versus Kevin Owens, second one being Charlotte versus Becky, the third being The Shield versus Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, and Bobby Lashley. And finally, Asuka versus Mandy Rose. And of course, I mean, I kind of already knew what was going to be the most voted on this one. 44% of you guys chose Charlotte versus Becky. And the last 3 were very close. We had 21% chose Bryan versus KO, 18% for the Shield versus DB&B, and then 17% for Asuka versus Mandy Rose. Now, this is interesting because when the poll first went up, more people were choosing Asuka versus Mandy Rose over the Shield match and over the Bryan versus KO match. So now that ended up becoming the lowest voted, the lowest amount of votes, excuse me, at the end there. But not surprised.
I picked Asuka versus Mandy Rose.
Of course you did, Vance. Of course you did. Of course you did. Anyway,
but I mean, I think that Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens is gonna be a great match. I actually do agree with the WWE with the going over universe. I think that is probably the most anticipated match that I can see because I want to see what the fuck they're gonna do with this whole title.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious to see. I mean, if DB ends up losing the title, we know that the original OG championship belt will return. Because KO actually made a comment about that. Remember? He's like, I saw what you did with the title. You trashed it. How dare you? Basically.
Dude, how cool would it be if they brought back like a new title?
Yeah. Like a
blue title.
Wait, but then that would be like a SmackDown.
Yeah. What if they brought back Big Gold?
Because if you think about it, okay, look at the titles, right? Obviously, they differentiate the different brands. Like the tag titles, for example. Tag titles for Raw are red, and then for SmackDown they're blue. But then you have, and then like of course, the women's championship, the Raw women's and SmackDown are both red and blue. But then you have the IC title, which is white with the gold, and then you have the U.S. title,
United States,
which is basically black with the gold and then the flag on it. And then you have what other titles do we have? We have the WWE Championship, which is basically the standard with the W on it. That's black.
The real belt.
And then what's the other one? I feel like I'm missing
fucking one. Universal title.
Oh, and the Universal title is red. So it's like,
so dumb.
I don't know. It's confusing as fuck. So I feel like they gotta change some shit, man. They gotta change some shit with their championships, in my opinion.
Well, speaking of change, Cruz.
Yes, Vance.
We're about to change the fucking world.
Go on.
Because we have a very special gift for the Going Over universe.
And if you guys stay tuned tomorrow, we'll post up, we'll show you what that special gift is. But we're going to give you guys a head start on a chance to win this special gift. Vance, you want to tell everybody that's listening and or watching what they can do to win this said gift?
We are going to have a little bit of a contest here for the Going Over universe. What we want you to do is channel your inner wrestler. Channel your Macho Man. Channel your Ultimate Warrior. If you want to do a shitty promo, you can channel Roman. You can do whatever you want to do. And we want you to give us a 30-second promo on why you love Going Over. And me and Cruz will pick the top, was it 5 or 3?
3,
Cruz?
I think 3. 3.
Top 3. And then you, the Going Over universe, will select your Going Over Universal Champion to receive a very special gift that we will be debuting tomorrow.
So make sure you check out our social media because we'll definitely post it on all of our social medias, including our YouTube channel. In case you guys are only listening and not watching, we do have a video version of this podcast. You can simply go to goingovertv.com and that should redirect you directly to our YouTube channel. You'll be able to find the video unveiling the prize of which you can possibly win. You can find that at goingovertv.com, or you can simply go on over to @goingoverpodcast on Instagram or @goingoverpod on Twitter. So
that is correct.
And if you guys want to get a head start on making these promos, 30 seconds is really not that long. So be creative, be funny, do something that makes you stand out. And like Vance said, channel your favorite wrestler from the Attitude Era if you really wanted to. You know what I mean?
And me and Cruz are going to do it too.
We're going to
give you some examples.
Give you an inspiration little fun little thing. If you guys want to submit your videos to us, you can send it to advancedcruisecontrol@gmail.com. The address right here below, as you can see. That's advanced
And you can put
cruise
it on
control.
Instagram with the hashtag. And we can hashtag going over universal champion.
Yeah.
See?
Basically, you know what it is? Can we add another hashtag on there, Vance?
We can.
Hashtag I am over. Because
Hashtag I am over.
Because this promo, you need to put yourself over just by this promo. So just think about, a wrestler going over with the fans. Do that in your promo and show us that you are over. So, once again,
speaking of over, Cruz, I would say that this podcast is going over.
Show is, Vance. Show is. Where can everybody find you online, Vance?
You can find me at That Guy Vance on all major social media networking sites.
And you can find me,
including LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. That Guy Vance.
You can find me on my LinkedIn.
You can find me at Annie fucking Cruz on Twitter, at Annie Cruz on Instagram. And then, of course, as I mentioned earlier, at Going Over Podcast on Instagram, at Going Over Pod on Twitter. We'll see you all next week. This is Cruz the Crusher going over and out.
Stone Cold Steve Vance saying good night and good luck.